What's going on, y'all? I'm the Ghost of Wrestling, and forgive the background noise. My AC is on. It is hot in here, so if you hear a little background noise, it's alright. It's that. But let's talk about Raw, and to kick it off, we're gonna start backwards. Roman Reigns showed up to work. He ran out of PTO. He learned the arts of the Satsui no Hado and actually came out the mountains and showed up to work. Wow, what an accomplishment! It took him long enough. It's been 3 months since he last came back, and it's like Jesus Christ. I'm not saying you dodge and smoke. I'm just saying it's not a coincidence you came back to show after Seth got hurt. I'm just saying, looks to me like you dodge and smoke. It took you long enough. Your boy was getting packed up. Your cousin was getting packed up. Sam was getting packed up. CM Punk was fighting for his life, and you was at home chilling. You chilling on your yacht, just doing nothing, huh? I see how it is. But came back. Looks like SummerSlam is gonna be Braun and Bronson versus Jay and Roman. I'm fine with that. That's gonna be a fire match. Let's talk about the rest of the show. Let's talk about the gauntlet matches right here. Penta versus Braun. It was a good match. Can't complain too much. Spear was fire. Then we had LA Knight versus Braun. Uh, it was okay match. It was just I don't like the fact that LA Knight won. I mean, didn't he lost? Like he beat Seth on the he beat him technically speaking. Yeah, he was hurt, but he still beat him. But he can't beat Braun right after he just fought Penta. I think that's a little weird. All right, you can beat like the leader, but not like the 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 fledgling, the underling. There we go. That's the word, underling. The underling after he had a match. That's a little that doesn't really make sense to me, but it is what it is. And the fact that Jay came out, right? They fought him. He had a little scrap. Did a little suicide dive over the top, in the middle rope. And then he just redid his entrance. Like, that was. That was crazy. You had to get that second entrance in somehow, because. Wow, he got that in. I didn't think he'd get in as a second entrance, but he did. So that was funny. But he Bronson screwed him. CM Punk came out. He won. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna run the gauntlet. I thought he's gonna. I thought Braun was gonna run the gauntlet after everything he did up to that point. I thought they were gonna do that, but pleasantly surprised. CM Punk got the win. CM Punk versus Gunther is finna be a movie. That's finna be fire. And dare I say, give CM Punk the belt. I don't see why you wouldn't. Gunther doesn't need another year-long, 2.5 year. He don't need that. He don't need that. He don't. Like, you can give CM Punk the reign until the Royal Rumble next year, WrestleMania maybe, if you really want to stretch it out. Yeah, you can have him CM Punk hold to like WrestleMania or Elimination Chamber and go from there. He don't really hold the title for too long, but point is CM Punk should win at SummerSlam. That's my prediction. I'm calling it early. Gunther versus CM Punk. CM Punk gets the win. I'm calling it. But let's go to the top of the show, right? Naomi kicked it off, had a little promo. He's saying, you know what? I don't want to hear the cheers. I don't want to hear the love. Yeah, I didn't feel me when it's at my lowest. Don't come to me when I'm at my highest. And I felt it. I felt it because she's definitely cooking with this character. I'm not gonna hold you. And then she continues by saying, "Oh yeah, expect the unexpected because yeah, I need to proceed with caution." Fire. Because I definitely was not expecting that cash in. She even said, "Yeah, I bet y'all was expecting me to cash in on Tiffany, huh?" I was like, "Yeah, she got me. She definitely got me." But yeah, as we all expected, SummerSlam, we're getting a triple threat: Naomi, Rhea, Io, SummerSlam. That match is finna be a banger. I don't know how Naomi fits in the match dynamics. I don't know how that was gonna work, but point is, those two always put on bangers. Rhea and Io always puts on bangers. So I'm not gonna think the match is gonna be any worse because Naomi's there. I think it's gonna be just as good. Maybe not better, but like just as good as the last match. And then to continue on, we got a tag match: Judgment Day versus the Kabuki Warriors. That the Kabuki Warriors theme goes crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. That theme. Hopefully, Def Rebel don't touch it. Please leave that alone. Please, Def Rebel, do not, and I mean do not touch that theme. Please don't. It's good enough as it is. You don't need the Def Rebelness. And the match was okay. It was nothing too crazy. It was okay. Then we had a 2 out of 3 falls match between Bailey versus Lyra. Banger. Just like that triple threat on Sunday night last night. Banger. That match was fuego. That was fire. Hope we definitely need to see that feud again. Definitely at some point down the road. Not immediately, right? But down the road, definitely need to see this feud again. And shout out to Bailey, man, because she has definitely taken the pinfall way more times than the other 3 horsewomen. Like, she's the one that's definitely, what's the word I'm looking for? Given the most, I guess. Like, she takes the L's when she really doesn't need to. She can easily just be winning championships over and over and over again, but she's not. She's taking losses way more than the other 3. So I can definitely appreciate. She's put other people over. There we go. She puts the most people over, right? Because Charlotte doesn't really do that too often. Becky does it every once in a while, but it's always usually a big moment when she does. And I don't really watch AEW, so I can't really speak on Sasha Banks like that. But definitely Bailey puts a lot of people over way more than she should. And then we continue on with Lyra winning. She's fighting Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. She probably wins the title back. And Becky and Bailey do their thing. It's probably something like that, something along those lines. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just end the feud right there and they all go their separate ways. We'll see. I think Lyra wins. That's my early prediction. Lyra wins, beats Becky for the Women's IC Championship. That's my prediction. And then we had Chelsea versus Nikki. Pretty good. It's Chelsea Green and Nikki. They're not gonna put on a classic. They're not gonna put on a banger. It's gonna be like an okay at best match, and it was enjoyable. Okay, it is what it is. However, I will say, I kind of want to see a Chelsea Green versus Nikki feud. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that feud would unironically be pretty freaking good. It's not gonna be as tier type good, but it would definitely be an enjoyable feud. I kind of need to see that. They're leaning more towards a tag match. At some point, they probably got to add a 3rd member. Maybe it's Brie Bella. Maybe make it a 6-woman tag match. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, we need to see that Chelsea Green versus Nikki Bella feud 1-on-1. I think that would be a pretty enjoyable one. After that is the main event already talked about. Overall, this show was great. The man himself showed up to work. That's like the main point of this. Like, he showed up to work after he ran out of PTO. I don't think he had a choice. He's been gone for 3 months now. Ran out of PTO. He learned the Satsuki no Hado. Maybe he pulls out a Hadouken out of nowhere at SummerSlam. Who knows? Sure, he's somebody with a Shoryuken. Said it was Superman punch. Shoryuken. Come on, bro. Anyway, I'm rambling. Show was great. I give it about an 8 out of 10. It was a great Raw. After Evolution, Raw, they cooking. I'm not gonna lie, they've been cooking. Hopefully SmackDown keeps up the pace. But hey, those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that noti bell for more wrestling videos. This is the Ghost of Wrestling signing out. Stay spooky.